Hello, welcome to our UK Tuesday evening Zoom call. Today is October 3rd, and we are officially a few days away from our UK launch, and efforts are underway. Lots of excitement. And today's call, SJ is going to share some announcements as well that you'll want to pay close attention to. And then we've got our Executive Director of Field Training and Development that's going to give us some training on Shakeology, how we talk about it, its value, and how to best showcase it to your coaches. So without any further ado, why don't I toss it to SJ, share some announcements, and we'll go from there. Welcome to the call, SJ.
Excellent. So everyone, if you can hear us all fine and dandy, give us a great big thumbs up. I love to get some kind of, there we go, that's better. And so it's really great to have you on. And we actually have 16 days until launch. So that's really exciting and seems to be going really fast. So I know I'm having more and more calls every day, and the countdown is truly on now. And I can't believe it's only, well, literally it's just around the corner now. It's the equivalent of going on holiday, and you know how long and how quickly that goes by. So super excited for everybody. And yeah, we've got some announcements to make tonight before we get to the important part that I know you're all waiting for. So we are going to be switching over the name of our group, the UK pre-launch page. You're going to see some changes happening in there. That is going to switch over and become the official coaches page, where you're going to see all the announcements. It will continue as it has, but we're going to be switching it over. So it's now not a pre-launch. It's now the UK coaches page. And the reason why we're doing that is that we have to max out at 5,000 before we can change the name, or we can't go beyond that. And guess what? We've nearly got 5,000 members of that group already. So we thought we'd make it to launch, but we're not going to. You're proving us all wrong, which is fantastic. So you're going to see a name change there, and that will probably happen 2 nights. So it will go live tomorrow, and you'll think, well, why is this not a pre-launch page? That's why we are now the UK coaches page. So it'll be the official page where you'll put everybody in there to hear corporate news. We're also going to be launching a Coach 411 page. So some of you may have already seen it, the Team Beachbody Coach 411 page over in America. We're also going to have one of those, and that'll be run by our marketing department as well. So they'll be giving out lots of information. So all the info that you see on the US version, you're going to see made adapted for the UK as well. And I've got a little image of what it will look like just here on my phone. Excuse the scratch on the phone. So that's the one that you'll be looking for, and that'll be going live as well. On Thursday, we'll be getting that going live as well. And our lovely Laura in the office is helping with that page. So look out for that one too. And if you're looking for the link, it will be TBB Coach 411 UK. So make a note of that one as well. So we've still got spaces left for the business sessions at the UK launch. And I know that you're still inviting, because we've definitely got some additional numbers going on there. And there's literally probably just over about 100 for both the morning session and the afternoon session. So, you know, keep inviting. If you've got someone that's remotely interested in becoming a coach, they need to be there. They will never be able to experience that again until they get themselves to Summit. We can't recreate the energy that's going to be there that day in London. And it's going to be a very, very special event. So it's one of those that you must attend if you're looking to become a coach. So we also want you to mark your calendars. Now, originally, I was going to do a goal-setting webinar for you on Thursday. However, I've been top-trumped by the man himself, and I'm really pleased and excited to announce that Carl Deichler is going to be joining us on Thursday, and he's going to do the UK Team Beachbody presentation call, and that will be at 8:30 p.m. So we're going to post a social card for you, and we really want you to kind of spread the news, share it into all of your groups, and you'll definitely want to be there on Thursday. So that's going to be 8:30 p.m. London time, and that's 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I know that we've got a lot of coaches on here from the US already as well. And so my goal setting session that I'm going to move that to a Sunday evening. So I'm going to do that on Sunday, and I'll also put a social card out for that. And that'll be at 8:30 p.m. Sunday night to see how we go with working on a Sunday too, because I know some of you are really busy. We're going to try it during the day, but we decided a Sunday evening would be great. So that's going to happen there. So I'm going to now hand this back to Arno, who's going to invite onto the call.
To talk to us about Shakeology, how to share Shakeology, how to talk to Shakeology, sort of the value of Shakeology, and certainly, you know, how to approach your clients and future customers. I'll toss it to our Executive Director of Field Training and Development, Mr. Cim Carver.
How's everyone doing? Excited to be here with you guys. And it's interesting, I see a lot of questions coming in on the pricing and the stuff, and the different people that are, maybe seeing a Shakeology at a different price online or through different venues. And I can just promise you all of that will be handled and taken care of. It is something that has not been a surprise. So I don't think this was the call to address all of that, but all those questions will be answered. And, you know, as Arno, as we were talking, how do we really kind of kick this off? How do we talk to you guys about Shakeology? How do we talk to you about these products? What's the best way to get going with this? And I'm going to try to keep this fairly simple. I'm going to try to keep this pretty concise and direct, and then kind of point you in the direction where you can get some more information as well. It's important to me that you not only get the information, but that you know where to get the information so that you can continue to find that information on your own as we go forward. So when you look at all of our products, I hope that it's not lost on you that we're not just trying to just sell products just to sell products. The mission of the company, which I mentioned, we talked about this last time I got on here, but the mission of helping people reach their goals to live healthy, fulfilling lives is something that really, really matters to us as a company. It's something that it really bleeds into everything that we do. And if you look at the products that we've got then, okay, it's beyond just trying to sell shakes. It's beyond just trying to sell performance pieces. That's part of what you're doing, but why? Well, because as a coach, one of the things you're doing is help people make meaningful changes in their lives. And for a lot of these people, there's gaps. There's things that they can use to get those results more quickly, or stay true to those results, or to curb cravings, or to do things that will help them reach the goals and help you fulfill the commitment that you made to them to help them. That's where our products come into play. It's aligned to our mission. Speaking specifically of Shakeology, now there is not another product like Shakeology on the market today. There really isn't. Carl will talk about sometimes one scoop of brown powder looks just like another scoop of brown powder, but beyond the looks of it, they're very, 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 very different, vastly different. And one of the things as you get started coaching, it will be your ability to actually articulate to start to talk about it. I always tell people to start first and foremost with their own experience. Okay, so as you are able to start using you incorporating Shakeology into what you do every day as a coach, you will have your own stories and narratives for what it does for you. You will have those experiences, and that will be probably the most important thing that you can tell people. All right. And so it's not like this product's on trial. It's not like it's out wondering if it actually works. We know it works. We know it does what it says it does, and we know it's a key part for people helping getting their reaching their health and fitness goals and keeping themselves accountable and keeping those results. And so we should take all of that kind of, if we want, off the table for just a second as we're talking. All right. We also understand, I want to talk a little bit if I can real quick, about the value of Shakeology. So one of the first things that sometimes people talk about is the value. So why the Shakeology? Why does it demand the price that it demands? And so when you take time to really look at what is in Shakeology, one of the things you'll come to appreciate is actually how economical it really is for what you're getting. You're not getting a scoop of hot chocolate or hot cocoa. You're not getting, just this one protein powder, whey isolate. You're not just getting one thing that you could. It's a very, very complex, complete formula that contains some of the most powerful natural ingredients available in the world today, and often ingredients that you can't find, that aren't available in your stores. And so we bring those to you. We bring them together, we mix it, and we deliver it to you in a format that allows your body to receive the benefits of those things. And when you think about it, I want to talk just a little bit, if I can, to the quality of Shakeology, okay? So the process of finding the best, most potent, safest, cleanest sources of ingredients that go into this, okay, that go into this product, is an ongoing thing that the company continually engages in. Checking those sources, verifying those sources, different things that happen. And if we can't find it, even to the point of changing some of the formulas in Shakeology in the past to make sure that what we deliver to you is exactly what you expect from that product. It goes through several steps of QA testing at the farms and the places where they get it. It's tested there. It's tested a couple times there. It's tested when it arrives into the facilities where it's produced. It's tested after it's produced to make sure it's clean, that it has what it says it has in it, that we deliver in every single bag what you're expecting to get from Shakeology. All of these different ingredients brought from every corner of the globe, brought together in one place and delivered so that you can take one scoop out of a bag, mix it up, and get the benefits that all of that provides you. And it's pretty incredible, okay? It's amazing what's inside of that. And so I'd invite you to really look into that. Watch some of the videos. Now, where can you start? Well, I'm going to point you in. This is me kind of now you teaching you to fish a little bit here. What I would ask everyone to do is you're going to get access to this right here. This is the Shakeology product training guide for our UK market. Okay, this has everything in here that you can talk about around Shakeology. All right, we will. You'll have access. This is a great place to start. It goes through what's in Shakeology, so it talks about the different ingredient classifications that are in there, what they do, right? How it works. It talks some simple points about why we need Shakeology, why it's important. Again, this is to help train you. This isn't for customers. This is for you as a coach to learn about how to talk about Shakeology, okay? How do I share Shakeology, right? This goes through different retailing tips, right? Customers or maybe different demographics, ways that you can talk to them about it, different questions you can ask them, okay? Talks about the Beachbody weight loss program, right? How to sell Shakeology, all the product training guide. The next one right here is what's the philosophy behind Shakeology? What goes into keeping and producing and making sure this product is pure and potent and clean, okay? You want to read through this, okay? You get to hear about that. You get to learn a little bit about Darren O'Lean, our superfood ingredient hunter, right? And what he does. Excuse me. And then it talks a little bit more details about the vitamins and minerals and the different pieces that are in Shakeology right here. Does a quick comparison down at the bottom to some products that, again, other brown powders like Carl calls them, that sometimes people confuse Shakeology with, so you can see the difference. Let me see what else we got here, okay? Then we've got our product portfolio for your market, as you know, and then access to different recipes. It talks to different recipes, different ways of preparing Shakeology. So the point is what I'm trying to say, and the different place where social media is available for Shakeology. This product training guide is a great place to start, all right? This is a great place to start. Now, one of the things, again, talking about the value of Shakeology, when I'm training people on this, and if you've ever done any type of I guess, employment or anything where you had to promote something or do some type of selling or sales-related piece, one of the more convenient things that people will say is they will talk through, they'll talk about price, they'll talk about convenience, they'll talk about a couple different pieces, but we'll stay with price. And so one of the things that I always try to help people understand is when you're a coach and you're working with somebody, they're coming to you because they have a need. They have a need around helping their from a customer standpoint, helping them lose weight or become more healthy or become more fit. There's a reason why they're coming to you. And the reason is typically, if I were to boil it down, is because they don't really have the discipline right now or they're struggling with the discipline to make the choices that will help them achieve those goals. And that's why they need you. That's why they need the programs, the support, the nutrition, all of those pieces. So to expect them to say, I already reserved in my budget a certain amount for my nutrition, for my health and fitness, it's probably not going to happen. They're not used to thinking that way. They're not used to setting that aside in their monthly time or the budgets they've got for time and for resources, for finances. So when that happens, you can't let that knock you over. That's a pretty common thing. And so one of your jobs is to help them understand how why it's such an important role, what it will do for them, and then help them see how they can really incorporate that into how they can work that into their budget. You will be hard-pressed to find as much nutrition for that little amount of cost per serving anywhere else. And people just sometimes aren't used to thinking that way. And so sharing your story, explaining what's in it, and then also really kind of having any kind of question around the price or around what does it do for me, that being prepared enough, having gone through the product training guide, another piece I'm going to show you just a second, so that you can answer those questions with confidence, to know that really what you've got here is an amazing value. And if they really understood what it's doing for them and what it is, boy, they would understand really how economical it really is for what they're going to get. A couple of the tools I do want to point out to you that we're going to make available to you, okay? This one right here would be designed really for you to share with your customers. It's called What's in Shakeology and How It Works, right? So that first one I showed you, that product training guide, is for you as coaches. This one will be something you can share with customers. Now, of course, you can read it as well, but it goes through the different parts of the proteins and amino acids, antioxidants, phytonutrients and superfoods, adaptogenic herbs and botanicals. It talks about the fiber, digestive enzymes, pre and probiotics, and the vitamins and minerals. It talks about all those things that are inside Shakeology what the ingredients are for those, and then what it does for them. So a really simple way to kind of explain to their customers what they're getting, okay, in Shakeology. Another thing that you might want to kind of have on hand, this contains that information plus a little bit more. It's just a downloadable PDF, kind of like a trifold brochure. You can even just fold it and print it out if you want to. You can hand it to somebody. But it goes through all that information I just shared you, but it also contains more comparison guides, just a few more information, our empty bag guarantee, so they know there's no real risk for them, okay? So that's there. That's available to share with your customers as well from day one. There's also another kind of a fun little infographic that they put together. It says, what is Shakeology? And again, having these in your coach toolkit as you're talking about Shakeology helps you do some of the work in building the value around what Shakeology is, right? So this little fun infographic talks about how it's made, all right? How Shakeology is made. It talks about what it does for your body. Just really simple, goes through those pieces right here. All right. Those are the main ones that I'm going to encourage you to make sure that you are aware of, all right? We have goes with where I would spend most of my time. So the product training guide first, and then familiarize yourself with those last three customer-facing tools that you can either use directly or pull information from to share. We'll also be releasing to you a little bit more in-depth how to share Shakeology, all right? Now, what this does is this is just meant to be, it's not meant to be like a script, okay? So I don't want you to copy and paste this. It's going to sound weird. But you can look at it and refer to it. How would I talk to someone in this situation? And even use some of the talking points on the side to maybe develop some proficiency in how you share Shakeology. So it goes through some sample messages. It gives you some tips. Depends on, they give you on the right-hand, on the side here, right here, it talks through maybe some steps to kind of talking about it if it helps you break it down that way. It gives you some examples on how to connect with people that you already know, right, about it. It talks about how to maybe generate from people you don't know, how you can use that to generate interest. It's a good resource for you to do, but I wouldn't jump into this one first. I would jump into the product training guide first. And then if you still feel uncomfortable with how to talk about it, then go with this one right here as well. All right. Shakeology, you guys, and the products that you guys have access to they're incredible. They change people's lives. They really, really, really make a big impact. And we're really excited to have you guys have access to these and to use them in your repertoire. We've produced some tools to help you get started with it. And I hope that one of the takeaways here is I don't want you to, like I said in the very beginning, I'm going to end where I started. It's not about, sometimes we think it's about proving to somebody that they have to take Shakeology. A study that I read that was done last year, again, one of many of its kind, that 95% of the decisions we make every single day are emotional in nature. Most of the time when you're talking to people about Shakeology, it's going to be an emotional decision. They want to know, they want to get results. They want to have something that works. So start with your story. Talk about what it does. Talk about the benefits of Shakeology, what Shakeology means. Don't try to sell them on features. Don't try to sell them on highlights. Don't try to prove to them that it's it's got all these different ingredients or whatever. Remember that those decisions are going to be emotional, and especially when it comes to someone's health and fitness. So share stories. Use testimonials. Okay. Use before and after pictures as they come out. Use different pieces, tools that you have access to in your market to talk about the programs. As you become more versed in Shakeology, you'll be able to answer more questions without having to go find them. And hopefully, the process of becoming more versed in the program, the products, you'll become more confident. And so much of those questions are answered are resolved in how you answer them. Meaning, am I confident with it? Do I really believe in what this is and what it does for me? And so think about that as you kind of get started here. Don't overcook it. You don't have to become a scientist. We don't want you to become a scientist. We don't want you to have to over-complexify the description of it. Start with your story. Use these tools to educate yourself. Leverage the tools to share with your customers. You're going to have some great success. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully this was helpful to you. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon.
Hey, thank you, Cim. Great information. Like I shared, those tools will be shared on the UK coaches page. And by the way, those same ones will be available in your back office, in your coach online office. You'll have access to those. And so as you get familiar, as you try out Shakeology, you'll be able to do that. Also, we don't want to keep you too long, but we've gotten all your questions down. We're gonna get all the questions and answer, or at least point you in the direction where all those answers are, because some of those answers are already out there in our frequently asked questions. And so thank you for being on. We look forward to the next 16 days and look forward to just a great month of October. It is the month of the UK launch. So thanks for being on. Thanks, Kim, SJ. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye. See you on Thursday with Carl.